Alright, so the sponsor marathon is going to continue here. Now let's apply that upgrade we got. We got another prototype something. There we go. Risking our ultimate buggy here. Ultimate except for it not actually being the best vehicle you can get. But I don't expect to do all of the point-to-points on every difficulty and every vehicle to unlock all the vehicles, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, the strategy really is at this point going to be to get the game rebuildable. And I can modify the unlock requirements. I can make the Rings of Fire unlocked by default. I can make everything unlocked by default, really, is what I can do then. It's gonna be a bit rough doing these really difficult races, considering how Yoshi is just a madman out in the front there. It's not what I was actually meaning to say. What I was meaning to say is that these are actually very difficult races, the sponsor races, in my experience, and I have not actually done much lately with buggies at all. I'm pretty out of practice at this point. I think it's actually been multiple recording sessions since I've even used a buggy, so see what I can manage here. It's just gonna be about beating Yoshi pretty much. Just one of those races where you just have one AI that breaks out way, way ahead. And like I just cannot gain on them, is what's happening here. I don't think I'm driving especially poorly right now or anything, but I gotta stay ahead the same amount no matter what. If I could have rammed into him there, that would have gone pretty perfectly actually, I think. But not to even knock him off the course or anything, just that trick I mentioned before where you can kind of take a turn more tightly than your opponent that way. It's just a way of overtaking and attacking. Oh, they messed up a turn there too. Not sure how I'll be able to capitalize on that, but get out of my way, I need to deal with Yoshi. Nigi does not need to also be an obstacle here. I just don't need that right now. Dude. Yeah, this is going to be a matter of whether I can overtake on one of these turns. I'm not that far behind at this point, but I felt very vulnerable on that turn there. Oh, that's kind of what I was thinking might happen. No, you don't get to pass me. I was trying to block there is really what I was doing. Ooh, that was a real rough fight at the end there. Yeah, I'll get money. That probably doesn't matter. I do wonder if the saves or if the cheats actually get saved. I may end up saving my game anyways. So I don't know if I'll manage to do all the sponsor events in this one sitting. So because there are so many of them. And some of them are really hard, so they may take me a while too. It'd be good to keep track of which ones I haven't done. Not to mention, it's not like I mind having bought a few things. I'm getting ridiculous amounts of money. Nor do I mind having unlocked some parts. And at this point, it's just... progressing in the game legitimately is just not the point anymore. I'm content with what I've done. I am certain that I could continue to unlock stuff legitimately and so on. It's just... not what we're here for anymore. Ow. These stupid tiny stick trees that are hard as a rock. With slightly non-obvious collisions too. Pretty sure I remember having had a hard time on this exact course before. These aren't hill climbs. Ow. When someone rams into you, everyone involved goes more slowly. It's quite annoying. Like I'm just behind one person here. Should have taken into consideration I was going to have to go to the right there. This is not been going especially well. I just didn't see that rock for some reason. I was looking too far ahead. In my peripheral vision, I just thought it was a discoloration. Everything's the same color. Yeah, I wonder if you peel out less if you actually time pressing the gas instead of holding it. It's just that all your opponents seem to hold it, so I figured that was the right thing to do. Stop it, don't you try to pit me, jeez. I guess I've broken out ahead already. See if I can keep things that way. Jump on the inside a little bit here. Don't drive into the rock this time. Man, unless anything crazy happens, I think we're fine. I was expecting to spin out there and I did not. Now, this is one of those cases where nobody qualifies. Because I have had that happen on this course, I know for a fact. Get up there! Okay, yeah, I only barely made it. I don't know if anyone else actually qualified. Maybe the next dude did, or so. But regardless. Mastering the buggy here. The vehicle we never use. I will still do all the freestyle stuff, though. I don't remember if I mentioned that. That's the thing I actually just do want to do. I want to see all the freestyle things. So irrespective of cheating for other things, I will do all the freestyle. Which, there's still plenty left to do. So we'll see where that brings us. But yeah, getting the game data rebuilt is how I'll be able to unlock those vehicles, how I'll be able to unlock the cross-save. It's not really cross-save, but unlock the USB to PSP stuff. It's weird seeing a PS2 game that could connect to the PSP. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I did try to look into that. There's nothing. There's no tooling implemented for that. Not surprising since it'd be complicated just getting multiple emulators to work together on that sort of thing. Interrupting emulators is always rough. But especially PS2. Oh, it's this course? Oh no. This one was so rough on the truck. Great. But, I don't feel like I fared any better for that. Also, I feel like everyone gets ahead of me more than when I was in the truck. Like, I was in the pack when I was doing this course in the truck. But anyways, but also, connecting the PSP to the PS2 is pretty obscure as far as functionality goes, because I know, of course, the PS2 had an unusually long life, but even so, They're separate generations of systems. I remember even the one time that I did somehow manage to win this particular... I remember that little trick. Even the one time I did manage to win this race in the truck, it was really just a massive fluke. I just happened to somehow pull ahead at the end, and there was no apparent reason for me having managed to do so. Yeah, I need to take that turn more gracefully. Oh, well, my opponent's just messing up is also, Val, oh my god, what in the world was that? Valid. So much for my opponent's messing up. Yeah, these turns here, they're really tempting to try to cut really hard. Are really punishing because they're raised on the inside. Man, I just did not have the turn radius I thought there. I thought I was going to be able to make that turn a lot more tightly. I just kept swinging outwards. Here I know the game can get angry if you try to cut that too much. Man! Yeah, but my turning radius is just crazy wide. Buggy is just weird like that. Ow. Get off of me. Stop it! Okay, this is stupid. Dude. Guy insists on T-boning me repeatedly. They do randomize the amount of time before the race starts. That is amusing. Just trying to go more on the inside there. It's just this vehicle turns so much more widely than I ever expect. It's very strange. Yeah, there are a few spots in this particular course where I am able to get pretty aggressive and make some good ground on opponents. You need to not do that to me, though. Dude, are you serious? Stop flooring it if you're T-boning another vehicle. There's nothing to be gained. I guess we're getting through the menu music. Getting this stuff to stop playing. Not that I don't like music, it's just not quite the tone I'm looking for a race. You just cannot turn tightly in this thing. Buggies, man. That's more like what I want to do on that turn. It's just really hard to make that actually happen. Okay. Oh. Duh. This whole thing is really just a game of trying to take a really optimized path over and over and over. And that's racing for you, of course, but I'm not used to doing this in the buggy. It's just the buggy. I was not trying to take that wide of a turn. It's just this thing turns so much more slowly than the truck does, it feels like, which is not something I expect. Why is that the case? I thought the heavier vehicle was supposed to have the worst turning radius and so on. Okay, I didn't even manage to gain on anyone that turn. That's not very good. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to be consistent in the opening of this race. I don't know why sometimes I manage to come in like second place out of that. Other times I'm literally in last. Okay. Oh, opponent's hitting walls. Oh! Why are I didn't realize that tires are heavy, but come on, I wish they weren't solid walls. we're getting better. It's the same thing as the last time with this course. It's just you have to slowly work your way through it. You have to slowly learn your way through all those optional pathing and whatnot. I still don't know what it is that makes me have such a hard time against the AI here, though. It's like, I take what I think are clearly way better paths than the AI in lots of these parts. But somehow I just keep falling behind. I don't know why that is. Like here I'm managing to make some passes. Like you would think that, I feel like in most races, me doing some optimization, like just taking a straighter path than everyone else in parts like that. What are you guys doing, swerving everywhere? Would normally give me a pretty huge leg up against my opponents, but here it just doesn't seem to work that way. Stop it. It's funny how lots of the AI just hits the wall here too. I don't know why. Here I do need to not do that. That is a thing I consistently mess up. I need to just not cut that turn. It's so tempting to do so. But if you do, you end up hitting that bump. This guy, I was taking that turn at a reasonable speed in my opinion, and this guy just flies into it in a way that would not normally be rational, but managed to get away with it, I think, just because they made their turn smaller by hitting me. I see, earlier I saw him manage to get in second place in this race, so I was actually like fighting for first. Here, that's not even happening anymore. I mean, granted, I did mess up on that last turn, but even so. Like, see, that part I feel like I do manage to outpace the AI by a decent amount, too. Yeah, I could still take that slightly better, but I didn't take it as badly as last time, at least. These turns, though, feels like... Apparently I just haven't learned how to make these turns yet. I don't know if I still take them too quickly or what. Feels like just a moment ago I was seeing the AI take it a lot more quickly, too, than I did. Everyone does seem to accelerate out them more quickly than I do. Probably might just be I have an unusually heavy vehicle. The faster vehicles are typically heavier, which I'm normally fine with, but it does mean that I get a slower start, which could be a problem. I mean, generally you think of the other better stats as, it's like driving on ice, driving in a buggy, that's the thing. So your turn radius is always so bad and everything. But I guess we'll see how that works out. Yeah, maybe it's just that this is a case where the lower acceleration of one of the heavier, higher stat vehicles is actually working against you. I'm not sure. It does mean that losing speed on anything is more punishing, certainly. Well, it'd be better if I didn't bounce backwards for a second, but... Yeah, they managed to keep more speed than I do on that turn, even when I take it out pretty okay, but... he's caught up with the pack here. I don't know if I'll stay that way, though, because... I'm catching myself on them. So I just consistently... Like, that's the thing, these turns, I can't take these turns as well as everyone else. I don't know if it's because I have... Again, maybe it's the acceleration part, so I come out of the turns more slowly than everyone else, or what. But, everyone keeps overtaking me on these turns. The other parts I can, like, out-route my opponents and everything. But, But that specifically, it's just something about it doesn't work. Oh man. I don't know what I would do to try to address that because, one, I just don't know how it is that I'm turning worse. I definitely did learn that you need to take turns pretty slowly to take them well, but I don't know a way to... I'm taking them at least as slowly as lots of my opponents, and I'm still not... I'm still falling behind. Then again, I did just pass them there, going very slowly. It may just be that I need to go even more slowly. My big lesson last time I went through this course was that you really do need to take turns very slowly in these heavy vehicles. At least, maybe not, well, definitely not all turns, but at least the hairpins. And that could be it. I'm just not taking them quite as slowly as I need to. I need to take them even more slowly. It is useful sometimes if someone's going fast and you to just let them catch you a bit and get you some extra speed. Like here too. You do need to... There you go. Just not hit the inside. Mono here though. Ugh. Ah, you need to take that turns, or take that jump straight. You lose so much speed if you don't. There you go. You need to regulate your speed a bit more on that part. Sometimes I manage to take it really quickly, other times like it doesn't work out. I messed up my racing line there. Ugh. That part I can usually do better than I just did. Man, leave me alone. Oh, don't you dare. They actually managed to wipe me out. I had it going there too. That was a really good fight between the two of us there, really. I don't think I can catch up by the end of this. That was... I still lost traction coming out of that. If you manage to keep your traction for the entirety of a turn like that, I think you end up gaining quite a lot from it. It's just really hard not to lose traction in this vehicle. I'm doubtful I can catch up at this point, despite... Ah, I can never go straight there. I'm doubtful I can catch up here, despite... how much space I have left. I guess we'll give it a shot. Ah, went too quick into that. I was trying to pass. Seems like it worked out okay regardless. Oh shoot. I hit the corner a bit. No. Haha! Managed to cut him off. They weren't bold enough to just power through it. I think they might have been able to actually... If they hadn't backed down, I think they might have actually been able to just power through it. We would have collided, but I think they may have ended up getting first regardless. But they backed off and gave me the win. Yeah, that definitely wasn't as bad as it was last time. I've definitely learned a bit more quickly how to handle that. Yeah, it's just those... I'm not used to taking those hairpins. You have to take them so slowly. That's really it. I just have a hard time learning that. Especially when lots of the heavy racing I do is in point-to-points. Oh. We have a lot of these left, it looks like. I'll do them. Alright, see you then.